Welcome to the Week 7 Eliminator. Let's get right to eliminating teams. First, from the American Conference, we eliminate East Carolina. Also, from the MAC Conference, we eliminate Northern Illinois. And from the Mountain West Conference, we eliminate the Boise State Broncos. Next, we eliminate, for teams from the Atlantic Coast Conference, Wake Forest, Syracuse, North Carolina State, and Pitt will be eliminated. From the Big Ten, we eliminate Rutgers, Purdue, Wisconsin, and Michigan State. And finally, from the Southeastern Conference, we can eliminate Kentucky and Auburn. Now let's see how the map has thinned out. This is what the map looked like at the beginning of the season with all 138 teams. Now we will slowly dissolve to today and see how the map is starting to take shape, and we are seeing the good teams enlarge. Look at Texas. 8 teams still remain. The Western United States is thinning out fast. The Big Ten will supply anywhere from 3 to 6 teams in the playoffs. Indiana and Oregon meet this week, but Ohio State will not face either Oregon or Indiana before the championship game. Others to keep an eye on are Illinois and Michigan. The SEC has 9 teams in the top 25, and Mississippi State has only 1 loss and isn't ranked. With college football as it is right now, the playoffs are a tournament of the Big Ten versus the SEC, with a couple other conferences being gifted a 1-team invitation. The Big 12 is one of those conferences, so the conference champion will probably be the only school invited to the party, which means you can throw out the rankings and non-conference record in the Big 12 at just the conference championship that matters. As of this week, 4 teams are 2-0 in the conference. BYU, Texas Tech, Arizona State, and Cincinnati. Arizona State and Cincinnati have the inside track, as they only have 1 other undefeated team left on their schedule, while BYU and Texas Tech have 2 elite teams left on their schedule. Just like the Big 12, the ACC will only have 1 invitation from its conference champion. So even though Louisville only has 1 loss, it is to a conference foe, so they are not even in the top 5 prospects from this conference. Virginia and Duke are both 3-0. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are 2-0, and Miami and SMU have 1 conference win. So this week, Georgia Tech traveling to Duke is a big game. Notre Dame cannot make any mistakes if they want an invitation. The chance that the MAC, Sunbelt, or Conference USA will be represented in the playoffs is getting very, very thin. The conference champion from one of these conferences would need all of the top teams in the American and UNLV to lose multiple games. So it is now a 5-team race for the final playoff spot. The team that would be invited this week would be the Memphis State Tigers. They are 6-0 and are the first team in the nation to be bowl eligible. These are the teams that would be invited if the playoffs were held today. The teams that would get the bye would be Ohio State, Miami, Ole Miss, and Oregon. Joining Ohio State and Oregon from the Big Ten is Indiana, while the SEC has Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas A&M. Joining Mississippi, the ACC would add Virginia, and the Group of 5 would have Memphis State this week. There are 15 undefeated teams left in the country. 5 of these teams would not make the playoffs if they were determined this week. There are 3 teams sitting atop the Cat Conference, 2 Tigers and a Cougar. Livestock Conference only has 2 cows in the fight as of this week. All of these teams pray to God, but it seems God favors the Mormons this week. The Color Conference probably has the best competition with 3 undefeated teams at the top. The Weather Conference has an early leading with the Hurricanes blowing the others away. In the Nasty League, the Cougars are 1 loss away from a nasty 5-way at the top, with a horny toad, another Cougar with a crimson flow, and only 1 Trojan. The Cowboys are continuing to be scalped by the Indians. The Cowboys are 3 games under 500, while the Indians are 13 games over 500. In the ornithologist favorite league, the Ducks and Screaming Eagles sit on the top wire. The games to watch this week, an eliminator game between North Texas and South Florida. 2 big games in the Big Ten. Ohio State at Illinois, and Indiana heads out west to face Oregon. The SEC. The Sooners and the Longhorns playing an elimination game. And in the Big 12, Arizona schools are playing the Utah schools. It's time to get the ribs from the grocery store and fire up the barbecue and watch the greatest sport in the world. College football.
the BBL. It's mildly amusing.